Hi everyone, and welcome to my next video. Today we're going to build a new watch. It will be a Seamaster homage, and as you can see, it will have a blue bezel and white dial. Later on in the video you will also notice that I didn't use that bracelet that you can see now. I did use something else, but it will be a special surprise. A second ago you could see the gorgeous white dial. Here you can see the very nice blue hands, NH35 movement, and then the case, stainless steel with blue bezel. As you can see, it's very well made. The only problem is the bezel. It doesn't want to spin. It is very hard. But I'm definitely not going to be diving with it, so it's not a real problem for me. The bracelet is quite nice, a bit sharp on the corners. It has the option to open it up a bit to be able to use it with a wetsuit. So let's start with the movement. As always, I want to be sure that it shows 12 o'clock in the night, and then I can install the hands and be sure that the date is changing at midnight. To be honest, I did check that movement on the time grapher, and it was very accurate. It had nice amplitude, and it was keeping the time approximately 1 second per day. So let's put the dial on. It is prepared for that movement, so I don't have to remove any studs from under it. And as you can see, it fits perfectly. As always, a quick check to see if everything is working as it should, that the date changes and we are exactly at midnight. For me, it's really important. I don't like when the date changes at 11 o'clock in the evening or 3 o'clock in the morning. It should be precise. Of course, we have to remember that it's not a Rolex movement or any other very expensive brand. So it will not click just in a few seconds. It will take some time to change the date. And now we can continue with the hands. As always, first goes the hour hand, then the minutes and the seconds. As you can see here, I got myself a very nice pair of tweezers with the wooden tips. Thanks to that, I'm pretty sure that I will not scratch anything like I did on one of my previous builds. Here I'm using a special hands press. It's very cheap solution from AliExpress. It costs, I don't remember, a few bucks really, but it is really doing the job. Of course, still you have to be delicate, but it will help you a bit to keep everything straight and make sure that you will not bend the hands, because if you bend them, you cannot bend them back. Or at least it's very hard. Let's proceed with the minutes hand. It is a bit smaller, a bit more tricky to put on. But again, fine tweezers and the press is helping a lot. Let's proceed with the next check. As always, I'm checking a few times, as I said before. And look, I got the change half minute before the midnight. That's actually great. Now it's the seconds hand. It was very tricky. I think the sizing was not totally perfect. It took me like 40 minutes to fit it on. First I tried to get it on camera, but after like 15-20 minutes I resigned and went under the microscope, and still it wasn't easy. It didn't want to really fit, but after another 15-20 minutes I finally got it on. It was really hard to push it in with the press, and I was a bit afraid to damage something, but in the end it worked out. So here you can see already running movement. It looks beautiful, to be honest. You will see it will be a beautiful build. But let's proceed with the build. Let's take out the stem, case the movement, and then measure the stem. The dial is a bit big, so I wanted to keep it above the movement holder to do not scratch the dial. So I was doing everything with one hand holding the movement and one hand holding the screwdriver and pulling out the stem. But as you can see, it's possible. So here we have the bare movement. Let's case it up. In the case you can see the white movement holder. Let's take it out and then put the case over the movement. Of course, do not forget to clean it a bit. You don't want to end up with a already ready watch and see some small debris under the glass. It will drive you nuts. Few blows on the movement also, before I cleaned it a bit with Radico, get rid of the bigger debris. Here it is. Look how nice it looks. Let's quickly remove the crown and place the stem in and measure everything so we can cut it. Here I'm placing the movement holder just to be sure that the movement is in the right length from the crown, so I can measure properly and cut properly. Here I'm trying to measure from the base of the crown to the case. To be honest, I'm always saying measure twice, cut once. I didn't do that. I did cut it too short. You will see later on, but it's watch for myself, so I don't really care so much about that. I mean, it still works. It's just a bit tricky to set the time and everything, but I will live with that. Here a quick mark with the Sharpie, and then we can cut it. Here you can see that when you are unscrewing, you might accidentally change the date. That means the stem is a bit too short. So let's put the back of the case on and see how it looks like. I am really surprised with the quality of that case. Everything fits very smoothly. And here it is. Now I can explain a bit more about the bracelet. When I bought the case, it came with a Milanese loop or Milanese bracelet. I thought I would love to have a normal bracelet on it. I ordered one from AliExpress, but to be honest, it wasn't so good quality. The links are tight in some places they were loose, and the worst thing, it was not fitting whatsoever. The holes in the case were not in the right place to accept the spring bar. I did notice it quite quickly, so here it comes, the Milanese bracelet. In the end, I think I like it more than the bracelet. To be honest, it's very easy to install. It has those spring bars with a small bolt action thing. You can install it with fingers. And here one is done and one left to go. And here it is. It looks gorgeous. It's my favorite timepiece now in my collection. As always, thank you for watching the video to that moment. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Then you will probably see more videos like that in the future. Thank you once again and see you next time.